This is Ken Double, and we're back in Hartford with Jan Volk, the general manager of these Boston Celtics. And although this is hardly home sweet home, it's nonetheless a satisfying victory for you.
Well, it is. It's home away from home. We've done well here in the past, and we're happy to be here. It's a nice place for us to play, and we've had good success here.
If there's one difference that is noticeable in the Celtics, it is the depth that is so much better than it was a year ago. And when you don't have to play a McHale because you want to rest him and get better, and then come back with a great fourth quarter and pull a game out like this, it shows that there are 8, 9, 10, 12 better players on the Boston Celtics than maybe 7 or 8 that you had a year ago.
Well, I'm glad somebody's noticing. We worked awful hard this past summer to get to that position, and the acquisition of Bill Walton was very important for that, for us. And for myself particularly, I spent a long, hard summer trying to accomplish that. And we're pleased to see that it's working out for us.
Now, at the same time, you've got another busy summer as you talk about trying to improve the Celtics. And one thing that you've got to be looking at strongly is a draft pick that could be very high with the deal with the Seattle Supersonics.
Well, that's true. If the draft lottery were to be held today, we would be in it by virtue of the trade we made prior to the last season when we sent Gerald Henderson to Seattle in return for their pick. If that goes according to where we are right now, we would be in the lottery. We would have one of the top 7 picks. So that's not a problem. That's a pleasant thing to have to deal with.
Talent breeds talent, and there you have a situation where you can move a Gerald Henderson. You didn't kill yourself in doing so, and get yourself back into a great drafting position. Is that going to continue to pose a problem for other teams if the league wants some semblance of parity? It seems that there are 3 great teams, there is a middle bunch of teams, and there are 6 or 7 teams that are struggling.
Well,
is Boston even concerned about parity?
It's hard. Yeah, it's hard to ask us about that. But certainly, we want a strong league, and we have to look at things in terms of how it affects the league overall. But honestly, we're concerned about ourselves first. We're in a position where there's a fine line between maximizing our present opportunity, which is to win a championship in this year or next year, and at the same time trying to do what we can to perpetuate that by planning for the future. And that's what we did by trading Gerald at the time we did. He was a starting guard on a championship team. A lot of people criticized us for it in Boston initially. I think they're pleased with the results. I think we had a difficult time explaining this to the fans at the time that we did it, but we thought about it very carefully and did it with the idea that we're trying to make this as good a team for as long as we possibly can.
Larry Bird again pulls a game out of the fire here with great fourth quarter play. How concerned were you that his health problems were maybe more than just nagging injuries and could have been something that could have really been a career-threatening kind of a situation?
Well, we had the appropriate concern. The things that we were hearing from medical people that we were relying on suggested to us that it was not career-threatening, that it might take a little time, but that if it was treated conservatively and appropriately, that he would be back. And fortunately, that also has borne out to be true. You don't always get that lucky. We were very lucky.
Congratulations on the win tonight, and have a good trip back to Boston.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Volk, the general manager of the Boston Celtics, victorious tonight. The Celtics really took control of this ball game in the fourth period and got the win. At the same time, the Indiana Pacers did well. Jan, you go ahead.
Okay.
I know you got a bus to catch to get back to Boston. The Pacers got another great game from Herbie Williams. He is the light beer for Miller player of the game. Herbie in the contest had 24 points and 13 rebounds, and again had a very, very strong effort. Herb Williams, the light beer from Miller MVP, and light beer and WTTV Channel 4 will present a check for $100 to the Leukemia Society in the name of Herb Williams. In fact, I believe this is the second game in a row that Herbie's been able to get that done. Naturally, it was Larry Bird. 30 points, 11 rebounds, 12 assists, an incredible triple-double again as Bird struggled early on and then just took complete control of the ball game in the fourth period and helped Boston to the victory. The Indiana Pacers, thank you very much, shot 51% for the ball game, and Boston shot 50% for the ball game. The Pacers fired it up well. The problems of poor shooting disappeared in this contest, but unfortunately, it couldn't turn into a victory here in Hartford. It was 10 points for Anderson. Wayman Tisdale had 9. He got in foul trouble early, didn't play that much. Herb had 24, 16 each for Stepanovic and Brian Warwick to lead the Pacer attack. In addition to Bird's 30, 27 for Robert Parrish, 19 for Scott Wedman, and 12 for for Dennis Johnson to lead their attack. 113-98, the final score. Now, the next time we'll be on television is going to be quite a while, March the 7th from Denver, and we hope that you'll join us then. Stay tuned for the Gene Cady Show, and then the George Irvin Show follows at 11 o'clock here on Channel 4. This is Ken Double saying so long, everybody.
Pacer Basketball, brought to you in part by the Coca-Cola Bottling Company of Indianapolis. Coke has the taste for you. By your Hooks Dependable Drugstores, we like to see you smile. By Today's Chevrolet, who invites you to live the style, performance, and fun of Chevrolet in '86. By Marsh, where you never get less than our best. By Village Pantry, if we're not in your neighborhood yet, we're on your way home. By Miller Lite, there's only one light beer. By GTE, the answer to all of your telecommunication needs. And by Taco Bell, Indiana's place for exciting things to eat.